And I keep meeting people from Long Island. The first thing we talk about if we're around the same age is, so, remember Ricky Kasso? Sure do.
A Long Island, New York couple said today that it was the devil, drugs, and rock and roll that led their son to ritual murder.
Satanism, Judas Priest, give me a break, right?
17-year-old Ricky Kasso was accused of murdering another 17-year-old, Gary Lauwers, in what police called a sacrificial killing.
Nobody messes with the Acid King.
They claimed he was high on mescaline when he was arrested.
The wall between fantasy and reality is slowly going to start to fade, you know.
Police believe that members of a devil worship cult,
Knights of the Black Circle,
took Lauwers to a wooded area in Northport, New York.
They just dragged a kid into the woods here at Northport.
Kasso and a group of friends performed a bizarre ritual, stabbing Lauer, burning articles of his clothing, and cutting out his eyes.
What the fuck is going on in the suburbs, man?
Kasso had accused Lauwers of stealing drugs.
Angel dust was stolen, and it became this contentious thing.
It wasn't 50 hits of acid, it was angel dust, and the guy was fucked up out of his mind.
Well, drugs played an important part in young Kasso's life, and so apparently did the devil.
That was the golden age of Satan.
In the park where the group congregated, there was Satanistic graffiti.
Well, they would build a fire and sit around the fire and take an animal, a dog usually, and torture it to death.
In the town I grew up in, we would not have had those kids.
Richard Kasso was awaiting trial on a charge of opening a 19th century grave.
He needed a skull for this ritual he was going to do.
Long Island in the 80s was a pretty weird place.
Satanism provided the method for the murder, if not the motive.
Neighbors are scared that these devil worshippers may take their teen next.
I mean, the 80s were fucking stupid, man.
It was as though the devil was an actual entity hanging out at the 7-Eleven on the corner, hanging out in some kids' rooms.
Ricky, wasn't an occultist. He just, carried around the Satanic Bible.
He couldn't even spell Satan right.
Richard Kasso was a dropout, a drifter, and a drug user and dealer.
I can understand Richard Allen Kasso.